my channel Avanti Morocha. This video is in collaboration with Silhouette America. Today I'm going to show you everything you need to know about Silhouette Portrait 3. The specifications, the setup, and the projects you can make with it. Now let's begin. I'm going to show you what is included in the box. Open your Silhouette Portrait 3 and remove the tape inside, as well as the small foam piece at the corner. This is everything you will find inside the box. The auto blade, the adapter for Silhouette sketch pens, this tool to adjust the blades manually, an 8-inch cutting mat, the USB cable, the power cord, and user information. On the right side of the machine, you will find the USB and power ports. Now I'm going to give you some specifications. Portrait 3 is Silhouette's smallest and most portable cutting machine. The dimensions are 16.2 by 5.5 by 4.4 inches, that is equivalent to 41.1 by 14 by 11.2 centimeters. It weighs 3 pounds 8 ounces, that is equivalent to 1.6 kilograms. The cutting area is 8 by 12 inches, that is equivalent to 20.3 by 30.4 centimeters with a cutting mat, or 8 inches by 60 feet, equivalent to 20.3 centimeters by 18.2 meters with light media using a roll feeder. Matless cutting capabilities. These cutting options depend on material type. Materials with liner or backing such as vinyl, heat transfer, and sticker sheets can be fed directly into Portrait 3 without a cutting mat. Portrait 3 also offers a special pop-out cutting feature for paper and cardstock materials where a cutting mat is not required. Maximum media thickness 2 mm, maximum cutting force 210 GF, automatic tool detection, print and cut registration capability, PIC-Scan compatible, and wireless cutting with Bluetooth connectivity. Now let's start the setup. Go to silhouetteamerica.com/setup, select your language, continue. You will need to sign in to register and set up your new machine. If you don't have an account, create one. Enter your machine serial number and purchase information. You can find the serial number on the back of the machine on the left-hand side. As you can see, it detected my machine. Now click on Register your machine. Congratulations, your Silhouette Portrait 3 is now registered. Click on Continue. The first step is to check the box content and set up the machine. Connect the power cable to your machine and plug it. Press the power button. The second step is to download and install the software. Complete the installation and launch the software. This is Silhouette Studio, the basic edition that comes free with your machine. It is a pretty complete software, but you can buy the other editions if you need more features. Now connect the machine to your computer with the included USB cable. Go to Silhouette Studio, click on the Send tab. At the bottom of the window, you can see that your Portrait 3 is ready to use. The next step is to get your free design and a 1-month design store subscription. You need to be connected to internet during this process. Go to Silhouette Studio, open the Library tab, sign in your Silhouette account to set up your library. I don't have to do it because I am already signed in. Here you can see the folder with the 50 free images that came with my portrait tree. Finally, confirm your free 1-month Silhouette Design Store subscription. Open Silhouette Studio, click on the Store tab. You could also go straight to silhouettedesignstore.com. Log into your Silhouette account to activate your subscription. I have done it already. Here you can see I have a $25 credit that expired November 19, 2020. Finally, learn to use your Silhouette machine and software. Here you will find all the information you need. When you are done with the installation, you can remove the USB cable and use your portrait wireless. For this, turn on the Bluetooth connection. Go to the system preference on your computer and go to Bluetooth. I have already connected my machine through Bluetooth. You need to find Portrait Tree and click on Connect. Go to Silhouette Studio, click on Send. At the bottom of the window, you will find all the Silhouette machines that you have available. Click on Portrait Tree, the one with the Bluetooth icon. And now you can use your Portrait Tree wirelessly. It is up to you if you want to use your portrait tree using the USB cable or wirelessly. This is the autoplay. I'm going to show you how to place it in the machine. New to portrait tree is auto tool detection. This feature allows the software to detect what tool is inserted into the machine. Place the autoplay as I shown. Push the handle back. You will see a blue point. This is the pen adapter. I'm going to place one of the pens I have. Keep in mind the newest pens have black bodies. Remove the autoplay. I'm going to place the pen in the same way I did with the autoplay. The portrait tree mats have marks that show you where to place the paper depending on the size you are using. This one is for letter size and this one for A4. When you place the mat, this has to be aligned with this line. I'm going to show you a simple cut on Cardstock. Open the page panel. Make sure you selected the right machine. The mat is 8x12 and I'm using letter size paper. Now click on the Library tab. I'm going to use this image. Modify the dimensions. I'm going to duplicate it. Now click on Send. The material is plain cardstock, the action is cut, and the tool is the autoplay. I'm going to use the default settings. If you haven't cut this material before, make a test cut. I'm going to click on Send. Place the paper on the mat. Load the mat and start the job. I fast forwarded this part of the video. The process of cutting these pieces took 45 seconds. Keep in mind a new mat will be very sticky at first. This may damage some of the paper. To avoid this, place the mat sticky size down on a surface that doesn't release too much lint, such as denim or microfiber. This will make the mat less sticky but still allow it to grab onto materials without damaging them. If you use mainly paper or cardstock, I recommend buying the light tack mat. When you are done with the job, don't forget to cover your mat with the liner. This keeps it clean and sticky. Now I'm going to show you some projects I made with my Silhouette portrait tree. I cut the pieces to make this paper flower that is part of the images that came with my portrait tree. The same way I cut this box. Here is the box after I put it together. I also cut some labels where I use silhouette sketch pens. I cut this design that I bought on Silhouette Store using the credit I got when I registered my machine. I use adhesive vinyl, but you could also use heat transfer vinyl. Just remember to flip the image, and you will also need a heat press. Another fun project you can do is to make stickers. All you need is an inkjet printer and your portrait tree. Print your stickers, place them on the mat. Portrait tree is going to read the registration marks to cut the stickers. To cut the sheets, I use a die cut setting. To cut the stickers interior, I use a kiss cut setting. If you want to learn more about the stickers, check my video on making stickers with Cameo 4. The process is the same. Silhouette now has a mobile app called Silhouette Go. This is still a beta application which is still in development stages and not the final version. This application is not a replacement for the desktop program, but it is an excellent option when you have a ready-to-make project in your library. I recommend this machine to people that work with paper and cardstock, making cards, stickers, paper flowers, to people that work with adhesive vinyl and heat transfer vinyl. If you use rolls, I recommend buying the roll feeder. It's going to make things easier for you. I hope you like this video and you find it informative. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. If you are interested in a silhouette portrait tree, I'm going to share the link where you can buy it in the info box below the video. If you are new to my channel and you like what you see, hit the subscription button, tap the notification bell so you get informed every time I release a new video. Don't forget to visit my blog, follow me on my social media, like this video and share it with your loved ones. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.